SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo.
In the headlines, exploratory drilling gets underway at geothermal site. Government minister says it is the start of a new era for SVG. Grenada becomes fifth shareholder government in Liat. South Africans vote in crucial elections on Wednesday. And in sports, West Indies lose ODI against Bangladesh in Tri-Nation Series. These and other stories coming up in SVG TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flo.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for May 7th, 2019. I am Yvette Boynes with the details. Access to finance is a challenge which hinders the growth of small to medium enterprises here, and one institution is introducing a project to assist these enterprises. Today, Invest SVG launched its pilot project, Business Angel Investment. Executive Director Annette Marks said small to medium businesses are known for their positive impact on economic and social variables. She said they are confident that the programs under the Business Angel Investment Project will have positive impact on small businesses.
Angel investing is defined as the practice of high net worth individuals investing their personal time, money, and expertise in into early stage businesses in which they have no family connection, with the aim of helping those businesses to grow and realize a financial return on their investment in the long term. It also involves providing access to influential networks. Business angels typically take a more active role in businesses than the traditional private investor. In exchange for the financial and intellectual investment in the firm, angels often require equity in the company and are therefore committed to the business and its success. Angel investing is often a favorable form of capital for seed and early stage enterprises.
Mark said while the project is new to SVG, many companies regionally have benefited from it. She said the project is a step towards the creation of a national investment policy.
From St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Dominican Republic, just to name a few. Business angel investors investing, as do other forms of investment, local and foreign, play a key role in understanding and thereby improving the local investment environment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and will certainly help as SVG takes the lead in developing a national investment policy and strategy. It is our expectation that through this and other such program, Invest SVG will be able to bring together all relevant stakeholders to share ideas towards an inclusive and robust investment ecosystem for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. However, it should be noted that this is just the first step towards fostering a private ecosystem within our country, with business angel investing being a key part of that.
Mark further stated that many small business operators will have the opportunity to register to be part of the project and maximize on its benefits.
Winners will appear before the OECS angel investors, who will hopefully find a business idea or ideas or an existing business that they can invest in. There can only be one winner though for the grand prize of $2,000 US, but all 4 candidates will have an opportunity to pitch their ideas and could still attract the attention of an angel. During the period between the selection and the final, candidates will have an opportunity for training to be hosted by Invest SVG, which will prepare them for the finals and possibly for the preliminary rounds. However, the latter is dependent on scheduling. This is a very exciting project for us, and we are looking forward to working with some key stakeholders and individuals over the next 5 months or so. There will also be, this will allow for the building of synergies and relationships with the main purpose of contributing our efforts to the development of our SMEs, economic growth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the empowering of persons within our society.
There is a lot of potential for the creation of a vibrant and sustainable agriculture industry, and Chief Agriculture Officer Ashley Kane is encouraging the youth to get involved in the industry. This advice comes as the government signed a $4 million US agreement yesterday with the Republic of China on Taiwan, which aims to revitalize the banana industry. Kane said SVG has many blessings and challenged the youth to use their education to unearth the potential of agriculture.
We have a potential in our country for viable, sustainable industry that I would want our young people learn the science, learn the business, learn the other dimensions of it and so on. As a consequence of which, we would make banana be a very good word in people's mouth again. What do you think, Minister? And with the support of our Taiwanese friends, I think we can do a very good thing in rebuilding, strengthening, and developing a banana industry and other kinds of enterprises that will allow us to have strong and vibrant rural areas and throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar said the industry continues to show great potential as a regional supplier of agricultural produce. He said one area where SVG has shown this potential is in cattle production and encouraged more farmers to get involved in the process.
I must commend the staff of the Ministry of Agriculture for doing a lot of hard work, and we are seeing the successes every day. If the Ministry of Agriculture, if we were not doing a lot of hard work, persons from other country want to come here to buy so much cattle. Would have never happened. So much so that we are on the verge of seeing emerge before our very eyes one of the largest cattle industries in the Caribbean. That is what we are working on. Because some persons say, the minister sending away all the cattle. Well, the minister is happy that we have a market for the cattle. And the ministry, we are encouraging more persons to get into cattle production so that we will be able not only to provide for ourselves at home, but we can serve the different markets in the OECS and in CARICOM. That is the target.
Caesar said the industry is also seeing growth in non-food areas such as flowers and biopesticides production.
I want to also, since we're on the issue of agriculture, update the nation that there is a Calla Lily project where some 20,000 plants were produced by the Tissue Culture Lab in Orange Hill and are now going to be available in the next few months, because we're looking for an export market for these flowers from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that we are looking to export biopesticides and biofertilizer produced with your assistance.
Vector Control Unit launches Mosquito Awareness Week. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
Local news sponsored in part by Flow.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467, or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs, the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
Your sofa sets, your mattress, your carpets, your office chairs, and car seats all hold body fluids, viruses, and bacteria that can be harmful to your health. At Howard's, we will steam clean your sofa sets, your mattress, your carpet, and your office chairs with heated dry steam that kills viruses and bacteria. Call Howard to steam clean your sofa, mattress, carpets, and chairs at 532-8855 or 451-2960. That's 532-8855 or 451-2960. 6 goddesses will compete for the title of Miss SVG 2019 on Saturday, June 1st at Carnival City Victoria Park. Sonia Delicia, Miss Flo, Megan Graves, Miss Vincentian Chocolate, Sylvain Lavia, Miss Metrocent General Insurance Company Limited, Kersha Modeste, Miss Lotto, Sharika, Rodney, Miss Musty Company Limited, Talika Thomas, Miss Massey Stores SVG Limited, Miss SVG 2019. Guest appearance by Nadia Batson. Early bird tickets $35, $45 regular. Get the ultimate VIP experience for $150. Tickets available online at ticketpal.com or CDC's office. Shining a light in dark places. No excuse for child sexual abuse. Campaign sponsored by GECU. Miss SVG 2019. Brought to you by the National Lotteries Authority. Flow, Irene Bear, SVG BC, Tourism Authority, NBC Radio, Liat, Star FM, VC3 Channel 114.
之间的爱情，编织出天涯，看时间并肩在一起，却不同的步伐，同样的心门一直不等，来回的穿插，是不是爱在变差，几经风华。
Welcome back. The Vector Control Unit is educating the youth on the dangers mosquitoes can have on their health and what they can do to prevent their spread. Members of the unit on Monday visited 5 primary schools on the leeward side of the island to conduct health education sessions as part of their Mosquito Awareness Week. The week of activities is being held under the theme, Small Bite, Big Threat. Throughout the week, members of the Vector Control Unit will conduct several awareness exercises to get the public more on board with its effort to eliminate mosquito breeding sites. At the educational sessions on Monday, the students learned more about the life cycle of mosquitoes and their threat to human health. Speaking from the Spring Village Methodist School, Environment Health Officer Shamanti Laban said the destruction of mosquito breeding sites should be a priority as there is no vaccine for many of the mosquito-borne diseases. She said it is their hope that the knowledge passed on to the students can inspire a generation of environmentally conscious individuals.
As you know, children, they're impressionable in terms of their minds, and they can also take on the information to their parents and so on, and they like to more or less correct you at times if they see their parents here doing something, or they can go home and tell their families, okay, I've learned this in school. So they're a media or medium in which to communicate the information to adults. And children, you know, their minds are impressionable, and it's easier for them to be more receptive to the information, you know, and help in the fight against mosquito-borne diseases. And in addition to that, I'd just like to make mention that we would have targeted these extremes of the country in St. Vincent because a number of work has been done in other areas. So we're just trying to target the rural schools and the rural areas. And that's not to say that we would not be having health education sessions and so on in the urban schools, but the initiative will continue, but just not for the mosquito week, but it will be continued throughout the year.
Inspector with the Vector Control Unit, Chantal Hazel, said today's youth need to be more aware of their environment and what is in it. She highlighted some of the concepts taught to the students.
The students today have been very interactive. They have a quite knowledge of what we are about. Basically, we try to break down the basic concept of vector control. The reason why we're out there showing vectors, whether rats, roaches, but our main focus was on mosquitoes. And we taught them the containers to look for around their community, the signs, the stages of the mosquitoes, what the mosquito breed, the diseases, and the effects of the mosquitoes. The young generation these days need to be more aware of their surroundings.
Meanwhile, some of the students shared with our news team what they learned from the exercise.
Mosquito breeding many sites, like in garbage bins and old tires and in your garden buckets, and I learned plenty things.
I learned about the mosquitoes and the eggs, what the mosquitoes when they are biting and choking people. We have 3 stages of mosquitoes that just go in water. One eggs, larva, and pupa. I learned about that when they cannot live without water, and the larva, the pupa, and the eggs need water to live until they turn into the adult. And I learned that adult only breeds to egg. And I learned that mosquitoes only live for a short time, about 6 months or 2 weeks. start with the water that we have in our drums if we see any mosquitoes. When they said that the female mosquitoes, their eggs are naturally part of the drums.
And you think you're going to take it to your friends, your family, your neighbors, you're going to teach them what they taught you today?
Yeah.
Exploratory drilling of geothermal wells is now 1 week into operation at the site at the Lassafray Mountains. The operation was officially launched on Monday. At the ceremony, representatives from several international lending institutions commended the government of SVG for the bold step which is expected to transform the country's energy sector. Reykjavik Geothermal, the contracting and shareholding company, is expected to determine if its resources are suitable for production by July for the 10 megawatts plant. Larissa Pugsdikit tells us more in this report. Incidents have the potential to overwhelm medical emergency staff and members of various organizations such as the National Emergency Management Organization NEMO, the Ministry of Health and the RSVG Police Force, who have been sharpening the skills of their staff to deal with such incidents. Over 70 emergency personnel from first responders to senior public servants were trained last week in various areas through the Incident Command System Emergency Operations Workshop. Cindy Pierre-Charles, an instructor and staff nurse, told the Ministry of Health Communications Officer Nika Anderson-Isaacs that the exercise goes a long way in preparing emergency personnel for a mass casualty incident. She highlighted some of the areas covered under the training exercise.
Casualty training in terms of respond, how the different systems in civilians respond, how would police, how would fire, how would health, all the different sectoral, even the non-governmental organization, how we would come together to deal with a mass casualty that would affect St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or even just a community on its whole. So it deals with scene assessment, safety and security, incident command, response, how do you triage your patients, how you tag them, how you transfer them to different areas, and how you contact all areas to alert that there is a mass casualty and how you respond. So it's the alerting process and how each sector would come together to play that out.
And do you feel if there is a mass casualty at this moment that the team would be ready to respond?
We would be more than ready to respond. Even the new students that are now being trained would be ready to respond to a mass casualty if there is one at this moment.
The fire department plays an important role in mass casualty incidents, and Corporal Kerwin Ince said the department is always retooling their staff with the necessary training to handle any eventuality.
It is understood, I think, by now that when we talk about safety, we are not singling out any particular department or section within VINLEC, because on some level, everyone here is exposed to some form of workplace.
SVGBC apologizes for not being able to air the geothermal launching video. We will attempt to air it at a later date. Environmental Health and Safety Officer Anthony Patterson has made it clear that safety is no accident and should never be taken for granted. In his remarks at the launch of VINLEC's Environmental Health and Safety Awareness Month of activities last Friday, Patterson said that though it is often being said, leave everything in the Lord's hand, everyone has to plan and put measures in place to protect themselves against hazards.
It is understood, I think, by now that when we talk about safety, we are not singling out any particular department or section within VINLEC, because on some level, everyone here is exposed to some form of workplace hazard. So as we go through, have gone through the years, and as we go through another year for our safety program, we are trying to reach all our staff. In addition to the fact that safety is really a team effort, and those of us who are in more vulnerable areas or who are more exposed to certain hazards, sometimes we need the encouragement or the reminder from the rest of the staff who may not be as exposed to help us to stay on track. As well as we need reminders, when we think about our families who we have to get back home to, and all our friends and those who really care about us and have us in high regard.
Patterson said that as he reflects on some of the accidents that happened last year, some could have been prevented if there was better teamwork.
There were either very simple procedures or simple pieces of equipment or items. You might call them PPE or safety equipment or something that could have been utilized to prevent the accident from taking place. So, very simple item, a piece of rope, could have prevented an accident. What's the cost of this piece of rope? Or a few yards of this piece of rope? Insignificant when you consider VINLEC. A piece of plastic, if properly worn, protected, used according to manufacturer specs, can prevent tens or hundreds of thousands in medical expenses. Another piece of plastic, rubber, or composite material, relatively inexpensive in terms of cost, can prevent hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal injury medical expenses.
The Environmental Health and Safety Officer said persons should also be more cautious on the job and that safety training sessions will equip workers with a better knowledge as to how to be safer in the workplace.
Sometimes it doesn't take much and you might think that you are overstepping or you are overdoing it, but think about the cost of not doing something that seems very simple. It can make a world of difference to someone, not necessarily you. It could be a co-worker. It can make a difference to that person, even a life and death one. So I just want to encourage us as we go through the Safety Month, Safety Awareness Month once again, that we recommit ourselves to safety and recommit ourselves to the team effort that is required to make safety a reality in VINLEC.
Carnival Beat is coming right up. Soca artists across St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been preparing themselves for Vincimas 2019 and have been releasing new music. Many of them are hoping for a big break this year and to earn a stop in the National Soca Monarch competition. Leroy Bentic is a young soca artist who goes by the stage name Splendid. He hails from Barley and has released 2 new songs thus far, Way You're Telling Me and Suzanne, mixed and mastered by a young producer also from Barley, JJ Master from Stars Studio. Splendid has been involved in music all his life and during his time at school took part in the National Junior Calypso competition. In 2016, he gained popularity with his hit song, Who Better Than We. Bentic told our news team at the launch of Vincimas 2019 at Carnival City Victoria Park last Saturday night that he feels good about his song, Way You're Telling Me.
Well, long as the crowd react to my music is all fine with me now. The crowd always react to my music. I get big hit song like Who Better Than We, probably you know about it. But I have a big hit, Who Better Than We. So that is a big major song. The crowd always respond to it. I did it like 2006 and it's big up to now, up to this day. The competition this year, well, I wanna put Way Telling Me in the competition. We ain't sure as yet because I have other major song coming out still, so I ain't sure yet. But it's an overall thing for the young and the old. It's a job, Way Telling Me. We'll get a little piece of it if you want to get a little piece of it. You know what we say? Make it clear now. Make it clear now. Yo. Me come to party, me not come here so for watch no face. From a girl show back, she bump up on me, my walk she waist. If she get a man, do tell me can come and shop this place. Me a don't bother, me a don't tipsy, so just give me space. Cause we not have no behavior. It's strictly bacchanal in this place, yeah. We drink it strong without no chaser. So nobody don't shout away. What you telling me? You ain't a pretty woman, yeah? What you telling me? Welcome to Soca Land. Yeah, you don't know.
Journalist Kenville Fernando Horn, known as the Bamboo Man, has also recently released his hit song, No Soda, produced by Radio Vibes. Horn, who is employed with the Vincentian newspaper, hails from Rose Hall on the leeward side of the island. He has a passion for youth development and is part of a charity group for the youth. Horn told our news team he released his first soca song in 2017 and he was happy with the response he received from the public, hence his return to the soca arena this year.
People would know, but me have a song out named No Soda, and No Soda is currently doing well on the radio station, heavy rotation, and it's playing all over. A person who want to contact me could find me on Instagram at Fernando the Artist, or on Facebook, Fernando Bamboo Man. 2017 I did the Bamboo Man, and a lot of people embrace the song, and a lot of people say, yeah, you have to continue on the trend. So this year is all about No Soda, me junk till I fall over. And me just want everybody to check it out, you know. Me love the vibes, me don't love the feedback already. You know, big up everybody who have been supporting me. And for all those who don't know, now you know who sing the song No Soda. I am Fernando the Bamboo Man, Lord.
Horn said he has his eyes set on making it in the National Soca Monarch competition, but for now he is focused on promoting his music.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I challenge myself to always improve. So if there's any challenges, it's from my perspective. In terms of worrying about stuff, worrying about competition, I'm not really worried about anything much because, you know, most people know me by journalism. I'm a journalist by profession, so most people know me by that. Plus my charity walks with youth, a lot of people know me by that. So these are the things I focus on. It's just another challenge, another aspect of my personality, which is music, and I just want to endorse the music. So I don't feel challenged in no way. You know, it's a lot of work in terms of producing music, producing good lyrics. And if anybody listen No Soda, it's a lot of lyrics. I drunk till I fall over, till the party over. I not drink soda, so I not leave sober. There's a lot of lyrics in the song, so go and check it out. There's a lot of hard work in that regard to produce good music for people because you want to make people happy. So that's the only challenge I face, to just do good music for people.
Horn is encouraging the youth whose dream is to become great performing artists to stay positive and take their education very seriously, noting that having a good education will help them to write good songs.
Hold the faith, be determined, be confident. You know, there's a lot of obstacles out there that you would have to overcome, but if you stay humble, if you just keep pushing, have a good ears for good music, listen to the top artists, listen to the top, watch the top performances, and just follow that trend. Listen to people advice as well, because a lot of times people speak to the artists. Some people might tell you good, some might tell you bad. Just put everything together, come up with your own objective, come up with your own conclusion, and just go forward and push good music. Also, stay positive, get a good education, because education is key to everything. A lot of artists want to sing, but if you're not educated enough to write a proper song, then you're gonna depend on somebody to write your song for you, and that would cost you. You know, you might have a share in the spoil, but if you could do everything on your own, like for instance, writing your own song, then that's one cost you can cut and just, you know, go forward. So, artists, stay positive, big up yourself.
All right.
That was Carnival Beat. SVG-BC once again apologizes for not being able to bring to you the geothermal launch, as we are experiencing some technical difficulty. Grenada becomes fifth shareholder government in Liat. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was a local news segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Hello.
Hello. What is going on? Hello.
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my God, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors and children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stars Pharmacy, Massey Stars Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
This is Jake's Kitchen, the most trendy place to customize your kitchen in all of SVG. And when we say trendy, you better believe it's hot. Because we've got the latest in stylish kitchen accessories and fittings at astonishingly available prices. Guaranteed to make your kitchen bling bling. And our new arrivals will do just that. Step up to our showroom, upstairs Caribbean Glass in Kingstown, and make your kitchen the envy of all. When you're customized by Jake's Kitchen, you don't keep up with the neighbors. Oh no, the neighbors better keep up with you.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited and Digicel SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Hello.
Hello? What is going on? Hello?
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my God, finally!
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Welcome to our news from the region. Grenada has become the latest shareholder government of the cash-strapped regional airline Liat, saying that the island stands to benefit from the decision to become a shareholder. CARICOM Affairs Minister Oliver Joseph said when they look at the figures from the number of passengers that Liat brings to Grenada, the multiplier effect is great. Joseph said that Grenada's decision to become a shareholder had been made and accepted at the shareholders' meeting in Antigua on April 30th. Joseph said that Grenada has given an undertaking to continue supporting Liat restructuring, including a minimum revenue guarantee, MRG, asked for by the airline. The request for a minimum revenue guarantee from countries served by Liat is part of an amended restructuring plan which was endorsed by shareholder governments following a meeting in St. Vincent on March 9th. The monthly MRG payments requested are for the next 9 months to safeguard the company from bankruptcy and placed the airline's finances on a firm, sustainable footing. We hear more in this GBN television news report.
It has so far invested 1.3 million EC dollars in Liat, according to figures provided by government. In March, the regional airline asked 8 countries to contribute to a total of US $5.4 million to an emergency fund with the aim of keeping its planes in the sky. The introduction of the Minimum Revenue Guarantee or MRG model from all countries served by Liat, according to shareholders, will be made effective from 2019. MRGs represent money paid to an airline if revenue is lost on a particular route. Tourism Minister Clarice Modeste Cohen says government is reviewing the formula.
When above a certain threshold, governments do not have to pay anything, but below that, if they do not reach break-even, governments have to contribute. And therefore, we have been looking at that. The team of us who met with them didn't like the formula, and we asked them to revisit the formula, but we are aware that it's a business, and for Liat to continue to run, to service 100,000 people per year, that they must take a business-like approach. But we have also said to them, knowing full well that some routes are very good for Grenada. Grenada is one of the 3 countries in the Caribbean. Only 3 countries showed growth in terms of visitors and travel in and out of destinations. 1 of 3. All of the others showed either this similar level as before or they decreased. And therefore we are doing very well in terms of visitors from the Caribbean, and we need to maintain this. So Mr. Speaker, they're going to revisit the formula, but we also said that when we exceed and you make profits, we have to look at how we can offset a bit what government needs to pay for the not productive flights and give us some credit for that. So hopefully we will not have to pay as much.
The minister, while addressing the issue during the most recent parliament sitting, says they are concerned about the issue of political interference.
We are hoping that progressively political interference would be removed from the management of Liat, because we expect Liat, and the mandate Liat was given on Tuesday when I went to a meeting in Antigua, was that they must begin operations as a business. But operations as a business mean that the flights that are not viable, the routes, they say, that are not viable, not giving the kind of yield of passengers that could make a profit or even a break-even, could potentially be taken out.
The MRG, Liat's management has said, is expected to affect flights and schedules as underperforming routes are dropped unless subsidized by the destination's government. According to statistics, Liat accounts for the single largest annual passenger arrival into Grenada and the second largest number of hotel stayover visitors to the destination annually.
St. Lucia's Prime Minister Alan Chastany said it is time for a regional approach to a shared problem, that of crime. Chastany recently attended the 19th special meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government on Security in Trinidad and Tobago. The meeting took place against the backdrop of what leaders said were deep concerns about the level of crime in the community and the need to strengthen cooperation in security. We hear more in this HTS News report.
Minister Alan Chasney, fresh from his meeting on security with Caribbean colleagues in Trinidad and Tobago, says one of the proposals under active consideration is the transformation of the regional security system into the equivalent of the United States Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI.
It is important that this region do what it can in order to be able to protect itself and to have a more coordinated approach towards security. So at the meeting, I think that we agreed on all of these issues. There was 3 mechanisms to do of financing, and hopefully those will be then presented at the heads of government meeting that's going to be taking place here in July for final approval. So that was the essence of my meeting in Trinidad.
According to St. Lucia's Prime Minister, the regional approach to crime is necessary given the anticipated increase in the movement of people and goods among the islands. He says the main impediment to the proposal is that of funding.
The critical thing here is not why we have to do it, it's not how we're supposed to do it, but where we're going to get the resources to do it. St. Lucia's position is that we support the idea of utilizing part of our airport tax, in our case, and assigning it specifically to fund our regional organizations.
Prime Minister Alan Chasney says crime is a complex issue, and he adds that its solution, therefore, requires a multifaceted approach. He says a breakdown in tradition.
South Africans vote in crucial elections on Wednesday. The international news is coming up next. Stay with us.
Was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited and Digicel SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Hello?
Hello? What is going on? Hello?
No, hold on.
Hello? You still cannot hear me?
Now that's better. Now I can see you.
Oh my God, finally.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Sultana Alia.
Speak.
It is your humble servant, Chef Abdallah.
Kifek.
Please tell me what to prepare for the people.
Chef Abdallah, whatever you prepare for the Sultan, prepare for my people.
The Sultan Restaurant, serving up the best in local cuisine. Your own custom roti station and pizza station. Delicious kebabs, chicken shawarma wraps, hamburgers designed just the way you like it. Vegetarian, no problem. We got you covered too. Just in case you love to eat, come and test our buffet. Available every single day. Hosting an event and need personalized catering? Let the Sultan come to you. The Sultan Restaurant. Eat like a sultan.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I
didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh. Available in original and lemon scents, and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Curace Distribution Limited.
Welcome to the international news. A quarter century after the end of apartheid, South Africans go to the polls Wednesday for the 6th national elections since the demise of the harsh system of racial discrimination, although the country remains divided by economic inequality. The African National Congress, the party of Nelson Mandela that has been in power since 1994, is likely to win a majority, but it will face a difficult challenge to match the 62% of the vote that it won in the previous election 5 years ago. The party has been tarnished by widespread corruption scandals and a national unemployment rate of 27% that has left many voters disillusioned. We hear more in this report.
Maki Matebule says she never depended on anyone to survive, except herself. She makes and sells acha, a kind of mango pickle. All along their street, parties and politicians are vying for the Matebule family vote.
People who are in charge now, they're just making things worse. The politicians, they get rich as we get poor. There is nothing to do for us.
Nelson Mandela represented the possibilities of a free South Africa. Voting lines stretched for blocks in 1994. The first democratic election held the promise of a better future. Now, millions of born frees, South Africans born after the apartheid regime ended, haven't even registered to vote in this election.
Are you going to vote? Hell no.
25 years on, and around half of young people are jobless. Much of the black majority is stuck in a poverty trap, kept there in part by rampant government corruption. By some estimates, South Africa has become the most unequal nation on earth.
No, I'm not going to vote.
Why not?
I've survived without voting, man.
Young South Africans like designer Wilson Nembe didn't see apartheid firsthand.
Okay. Just check it out.
Their struggles are with the new South Africa.
As a born free, maybe we were promised mansions. I don't know that.
Do you have a mansion?
I don't have a mansion.
And are you voting this year?
No. Since I was born, I'm voting for Mandela only. And no more voting again.
And until they see real change in Alex, the Matibules will never cast another ballot.
David McKenzie joins me now from Johannesburg. David, just that piece kind of hurt my heart there, because I remember voting in that 1994 election and all of those lines and the power of people being able to vote for the first time, that gift that Mandela had fought so hard for. The fact that people are choosing not to exercise that is extremely depressing.
Well, it's depressing for many people who have followed the arc of South Africa's democratic transition and miracle, frankly, Robin. And as you say, those lines and that euphoria in 1994, 25 years ago, that's faded. And frankly, the memory of Mandela is fading among the younger generation. Many who told me during that reporting, and other people you didn't see, they just don't feel the government's doing anything for them, and they see the endless corruption scandals and they're opting out. Robin?
That's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, we take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Curace Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh. Available in original and lemon scents, and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Curace Distribution Limited.
weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They call General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnisville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
And now for a local weather forecast. Present conditions cloudy, winds east-northeast at 17 kilometers per hour. Temperature 26.4 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 85%. Barometric pressure 13.2 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 1.5 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 29.8 degrees Celsius, today's minimum temperature 23.7 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:21 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 5:41 a.m. The forecast, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy with a few scattered showers. And our synopsis, the Atlantic high pressure system will be the dominant feature.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
6 goddesses will compete for the title of Miss SVG 2019 on Saturday, June 1st at Carnival City Victoria Park. Sonia Delicia, Miss Flo, Megan Graves, Miss Vincentian Chocolate, Sylvain Lavia, Miss Metrocent General Insurance Company Limited, Kersha Modeste, Miss Lotto, Sharika, Rodney, Miss Musty Company Limited, Talika Thomas, Miss Massey Stores SVG Limited, Miss SVG 2019. Guest appearance by Nadia Batson. Early bird tickets $35, $45 regular. Get the ultimate VIP experience for $150. Tickets available online at ticketpal.com or CDC's office. Shining a light in dark places. No excuse for child sexual abuse. Campaign sponsored by GECU. Miss SVG 2019. Brought to you by the National Lotteries Authority. Flow, Irene Bear, SVG BC, Tourism Authority, NBC Radio, Liat, Star FM, VC3 Channel 114.
Welcome to the evening sports. A bowling fight back and a solid chase from Bangladesh's top order led the Tigers to an 8-wicket win over West Indies in the second match of the Tri-Series in Ireland earlier today. Mashraf Mortaza led a fine bowling effort to engineer West Indies' batting collapse at the death, where they went from 205 for 2 in 40.4 overs to 261 for 9 in 50 overs. Shai Hope and Roston Chase had kept the West Indies' hopes alive as they put on 109 and 51 respectively. In the second innings, Tamim Iqbal and Sumaya Sakar set up the chase with a 144-run opening stand. Shakib Al Hassan and Mushfiqar Rahim completed the job with 5 overs to spare. 4 matches were played last weekend in the Premier Division of the SVG-FF National Club Championships. At the Camden Park playing field on Saturday, System 3 defeated SV United 2-1 and Signhill edged out Hope International 1-0. Then on Sunday, Besco Pastures stopped Camdonia Chelsea 5-4 at the Camden Park playing field, and at the Golden Grove playing field in Fitzhugh, North Leeward Predators switched Lago Heights 4-1. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family and loved ones. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to rent for functions, secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal. Play for and win even more. Mashing the lottery says more cash in store. 4 numbers from 0 to 9. Win $5 grand with $1 in line. Makes 4 and back it's up 2. There'll be lots of cash waiting for you. Choose for Monday to Saturday. Go get your tickets, it's so easy to play. When you play for, you'll win even more.
Welcome back. The Houston Rockets are even with the Golden State Warriors at 2-2 in the Western Conference semifinals. Houston's 112-108 victory over Golden State on Monday was their second straight win at the Toyota Center in the series. James Harden was phenomenal for the Rockets. The reigning MVP led all scorers with 38 points and added 10 rebounds in the contest. He hit big shots and did so in an exciting fashion. Kevin Durant poured in a team-high 34 points. Just like in Game 3, Golden State launched an impressive late-game surge to make things interesting at the end, but it fell short. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Bucks have won 3 straight against the Boston Celtics. Milwaukee's 113-101 victory over Boston gave them a 3-1 lead in their second-round series. Overcoming a 3-1 deficit will certainly be difficult against the team that recorded the best record in basketball this season. Game 5 will take place in Milwaukee on Wednesday. All-rounder Andre Russell ended an otherwise spectacular season in the Indian Premier League on a low note on Sunday when he fell for a first-ball duck as his Kolkata Knight Riders KKR missed out on the playoffs with a 9-wicket defeat to Kiran Pollard's Mumbai Indians. In a must-win game, KKR were held to a disappointing 133 for 7 of their 20 overs. Opener Chris Lynn top-scored with 41, Robin Uthappa scored 40, while Nitesh Rana chipped in with 26. Lynn and Shubman Gill 9 put on 49 for the first wicket, but once they were separated, KKR lost wickets steadily. Russell, with 510 runs at an average of 56 and 4 half-centuries, failed to produce any fireworks this time around, gloving a faint catch behind off a short ball from speedster Lasit Malinga 3 for 35 in the 13th over. The 31-year-old will now turn his attention to the ICC World Cup, which starts May 30th in England, where he is expected to play a key role for West Indies. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
Goddesses will compete for the title of Miss SVG 2019 on Saturday, June 1st at Carnival City Victoria Park. Sonia Delicia, Miss Flo, Megan Graves, Miss Vincentian Chocolate, Sylvain Lavia, Miss Metrocent General Insurance Company Limited, Kershaw Modeste, Miss Lotto, Sharika, Rodney, Miss Musty Company Limited, Talika Thomas, Miss Massey Stores SVG Limited, Miss SVG 2019. Guest appearance by Nadia Batson. Early bird tickets $35, $45 regular. Get the ultimate VIP experience for $150. Tickets available online at ticketpal.com or CDC's office. Shining a light in dark places. No excuse for child sexual abuse. Campaign sponsored by GECU. Miss SVG 2019. Brought to you by the National Lotteries Authority. Flo, Irene Bear, SVG BC, Tourism Authority, NBC Radio, Liat, Star FM, VC3 Channel 114.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Exploratory drilling gets underway at geothermal site. Government minister says it's the start of a new era for SVG. Grenada becomes 5th shareholder government in Liat. South Africans vote in crucial elections on Wednesday. And in sports, West Indies lose second one-day international against Bangladesh in Tri-Nation Series. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Yvesta Bowens. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They call General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.